Hey guys, Ernie here and welcome to the Paleo Hiker MD channel. Today we're going to do a new MRE. And not just any MRE, in continuing with our theme of trying to cover as many MRE menus as possible, I purchased the full 12 menu set of the Mealed Cold Weather or the Cold Weather MREs. Today is menu number 1, Chicken Spicy Oriental with Rice. Stay tuned as we take a look at this interesting cold weather meal. Thanks for watching. So here is the first cold weather MRE we're going to do. This is menu number 1, Chicken Spicy Oriental with Rice. Now, there is no production date on the outside. Maybe it'll be on the inside. So let's see if we can get this thing open. Oh yeah. Oh! Let's get it all the way. There we go. Unlike the other ones, this is not wrapped in a whole separate thing. So I really can't do mine. Woo! There you go. Okay, so right off the bat, we've got our main meal. This is Oriental. Spicy chicken with rice. This looks like a Mountain House meal, most likely. We've got some shortbread cookies. We've got a fig bar, or maybe 2 fig bars. That's kind of nice. We've got chocolate dairy shake powder right there. We've got, oh no, beverage-based powder grape, which has not been my favorite. Let's take a look at our accessory packet here. We have coffee instant type 3. If I remember, all the other ones were type 2. Maybe this one will be better. We've got a nice little sleeve of Tabasco sauce, sugar, gum, MRE matches, some creamer to go with our sugar, toilet paper, and of course, a moist towelette. Lastly, we have our MRE spoon. So this is what you get inside of the first cold weather menu. We're going to go ahead and get some water into this freeze-dried rice. We'll get the rest of this on the tray, get our drinks going, and give it a try. All right, so first we're going to do our beverages. This is beverage-based powder grape. I don't know, the electrolyte powder is the one that's really nasty, so I'm hoping this one isn't the same thing. Actually, no, it doesn't smell like the same kind of nastiness from before. I'm gonna add 12 ounces, which is what it calls for. I already measured that out here. Ooh, getting a little spillage. Here we go. We don't need this to be messy. All right, so just mix this up here. And get our canteen cup and pour in our beverage grape, which actually, like I said, smells better than the last one. We'll see. It's got kind of that familiar look to it. Purple look. Let's see if we got everything dissolved. Well, almost. I'm gonna add a little bit back. Should be easier to dissolve it now. Just gonna fold this. Woo! Hello. And there is our grape. I have made a mess now, haven't I? Now next we're gonna make our chocolate. We're gonna take this powder, okay? And we're gonna combine it with the coffee. I'm gonna do it all in one here. We're gonna put our coffee instant type 3, put our creamer in there. We're just gonna throw it all in there, guys. We're gonna make this beverage in here. This calls for only 6 ounces, okay? So we're gonna put our 6 ounces of boiling water in there, mix this up, and then add it to the coffee. Let's add this in here. 6 ounces is filling this thing up. It's got so much powder in there. They don't leave you any room here, folks. No room at all. Let's see if we can get this closed without creating a massive mess. There we go. All right. Let's give this a little back and forth. This has got a lot of powder in it, so really gonna have to be pretty aggressive, I think. This is, of course, boiling water. Gotta keep a tight ship here. We gotta keep this nice and clean. Let's pour this in with the coffee and the creamer. Yep, we got pretty much all of it. Let's get our basic MRE spoon here, give it a whirl. So this is kind of like a mocha coffee. It is thick. I'm gonna tell you, it doesn't seem too hot. I'm actually gonna put this canteen cup since we're gonna have to wait for our meal to rehydrate anyway, I'm gonna put this back on a little alcohol stove, see if we can get a little more heat into it. I think it'll be better. So it's real important you let these things really rehydrate. So this calls for 16 ounces or a full cup of water. So we're gonna open here on the side. Got the pretty significant hiss. I'm gonna try to leave as much of the bag as possible. That'll help us rehydrate this the best. This is gonna have to take a full cup, which is quite a bit of fluid. In my experience, that's a bunch. And it's gonna be hard to get it all in there, I think. It's gonna be a challenge, to say the least. Now, you need to search around in here. There should be one of those little packets. So, question for y'all. Is there a little desiccant pack in these? To me, it seems like there's gotta be.
Five minutes later.
I'm gonna pour it right in here. Huh. There is none. Well, that's the first learning experience from the new MREs. That wasn't optimal, but it happened. Now, the question is a cup of water gonna fit in this? I don't think there's any way. There's no way. Tell you what, guys, I'm gonna attempt it, but I'm gonna be quick to have this next to it as a secondary. So let's see if we can fit the full cup in. Yeah, it'll go. Never mind, much to do about nothing. Try to get those corners good. Of course, I've unpacked it well since I've completely taken it out. I'm still amazed that there's no packet in there. They really should include something to clip this with, but I think most people will have a knife, so we're just gonna put our little knife right there. Look at that. So we'll put this to the side and let it go for 15 minutes solid. We only have two other things. Kind of interesting, you know, obviously this meal is dominated by a pretty large freeze-dried meal. We also have fig bars. I would imagine these are like fig Newtons, so let's take a look and see. That's basically like two big fig Newtons. We'll put one right here, one right there. Guess if you don't like fig Newtons, you're out of luck. I happen to like fig Newtons. They smell just like them. And we've got shortbread cookies. Let's open those up. Nice to have kind of two sweet options given the fact that you have so much in that savory main. These are completely crumbled to death. Oh, now they throw one in. That's pretty sad. We have one that survived without getting crushed. Okay, well, now we wait for the main. I still got about 10 minutes, so we'll check in a little bit. All right, so it's been actually about 20 minutes, so plenty of time for this to rehydrate. Let's take a look at it. Again, this is Oriental style spicy chicken and vegetable rice. Let's take a look at it. This is a lot. I'm gonna show you guys, there's a lot of food here. Look at this. Oh, obviously I did not do a good job. Oh man, look at that. There's just a bunch of unstirred stuff. So we're gonna put that to the side. All this is okay. It's a foul ball, but nonetheless, take a look, guys, at that amount of food. Holy moly. We getting a good look at that? Ignore my terrible job of stirring here. That is absolutely a huge amount of food. So let's get to tasting. Sorry about that, guys. I guess it's not bad for you, it's bad for me. Although I don't think I'm gonna run out of food today, so I'm gonna have plenty over here. This is all very well rehydrated. So let's start with our drinks like usual. This smells so good. Again, this is coffee, creamer, and the chocolate milkshake type stuff. Oh man, that's the best coffee type combination of any MRE so far. Calls for 6 ounces. I put about 8. I figured since I'm adding it all together, I'd put a little extra. Good call. 8 ounces is perfect. This is sweet. It's got a lot of coffee. The creamer comes through. Man, it is good. Starting off well so far. Grape beverage base. Now, initially I was a little bit nervous because the grape electrolyte beverage base is absolutely terrible. Tastes like chopped up Flintstones vitamins, which isn't good. This is just the grape beverage base. It should be pretty good. Let's see. Surprisingly watered down. Very different than most of the beverage bases before. It's not bad, it's just, It's just a watered down grape flavor. Well, you know what? We're gonna start with one of these Fig Newton bars or Fig bars and see what it's all about. You can see it's pretty crumbly, but it smells nice and fresh. Actually smells really good. Let's take a bite. That's a Fig Newton. It's very good. No problems with that at all. Really, really sweet, which is what you expect. But the figs really come through. Really good. We're gonna try our main course next, and then we'll have a little dessert here with our shortbread cookies. Like I've detailed already, basically, if you take out this section here, this is all not well stirred. So it is hard to understand exactly how much food there is. So next time I'm gonna have to do a much better job of stirring. But take a look at this. Let's weigh this. This is just for my own curiosity, guys. Of course, we've got more than just the meal, but I'll tell y'all, you can't see it. It weighs 2 pounds, 3 3/4 ounces. 2 pounds, 3 3/4 ounces of food. This tray does not weigh much. I don't know exactly what it weighs, but it probably weighs maybe 6, 8 ounces. This stuff probably weighs a couple ounces. So we're probably looking at a solid 1 3/4 pounds of main meal. That's amazing. Let's take a bite here. All kinds of vegetables in here. We got green peppers, green beans, red peppers, chicken. Let's check it out. Rice is really well rehydrated in the areas. Oh, that's good. That's actually really good. Man, that's much better than pretty much any of the other MREs we've tried so far. It's just a function of it being a freeze-dried meal. I mean, you look at some of the other things, and I'll tell y'all now, if there's a beef stick in one of these cold weathers, I'm gonna be upset. But if you look at the other meals, you know, retort pouches, and they just aren't as fresh tasting. This tastes good, it's familiar. It's just that Mountain House. It's got a little bit of spiciness. I do have the Tabasco. I don't even think I need it. I'd probably save it for something different. There's mushrooms. This is really good. Well, that's encouraging. Pretty excited about these cold weather meals. I'm gonna get to try basically 12 different Mountain Houses. Ooh, and I hope I have more of that coffee. All right, we'll try one of these little shortbreads. We'll try the whole shortbread. Looks like your classic little wheel type shortbread. Given how they looked, I thought they would be super soft, but they're not. They're nice and firm. They're not crunchy at all, but they're exactly what you expect shortbread to be. Buttery, sugar. Oh man, it's quite good. Making up for the fact that they're just pulverized. All right, well, I'll be honest with y'all. I don't always finish these MREs. I'm gonna eat more of this. This is quite good. I probably won't eat it all because it's quite a bit, but let me eat a little bit more. And after I do that, we'll meet across the way here and give this a rating. So that is the first cold weather MRE. Pretty excited about it. Like all our other MREs here on the channel, we're gonna give it a rating. The rating is pretty simple. It's from 1 to 10. 1 is food that I would hesitate to feed to my dogs. 5 is food that I'd say is tolerable, but not necessarily enjoyable. And a 10, of course, is food that I would eat any day of the week, no questions asked. It's that good. Now, before we get into the meal, just for you guys to know, I do have all 12 of the cold weather MRE menus right now. I won't be doing them necessarily in order because I got a bunch of other stuff. I've got this random Japanese MRE that looks super small. It's some kind of rice. I've got a US humanitarian ration. This is actually a vegetarian ration. I've got a 24-hour British MRE. I've got a 24-hour Russian MRE, which should be really interesting. I've also got a Lithuanian MRE coming in that should be pretty interesting as well. So just basically telling you guys, we'll be doing all kinds of different MREs, not just the rest of these cold weathers, although I am excited about all of those. So let's start with the drinks like we always do. First, we have our coffee drink, which was amazing. Honestly, guys, the best coffee drink so far. It's like candy in a cup. So y'all can't see, it's a little cold out in my shop. Combine the coffee, the creamer, and that chocolate milkshake type stuff. It was extremely good. We will give it a 9 all day long. If you pulled up to a McDonald's or a Dunkin' Donuts and they poured this into a cup and gave it to you, you'd be A-okay. The grape drink, not so much. Now, it's not the dreaded electrolyte flavor of that chopped up Flintstone vitamins, not a good thing, but it was just really watered down. I mean, maybe I just put too much water. I measured 12 ounces, that's what it said to do. Tasted like very watered down grape flavored drink. I mean, it's tolerable, but not very good. We're gonna give it a 6. Moving on to the food. I hope you like figs because Fig Newtons are basically as figgy as it gets. As figgy as it gets. Who says that? Anyway, Fig Newtons are some of my favorites, so they're very good. These taste a lot like commercially available Fig Newtons. They're quite good. Now, Fig Newtons aren't anything to write home about. They're not like a 10 or anything, but they're quite good. We will give these fig bars an 8. Looking at the main meal, Again, the volume is impressive. I'm used to the meals from the regular MREs, and they're not nearly this voluminous. They don't have this much food at all. This is enough food to feed a very hungry person, and really it's enough for two. It would be nice if they included, like in some of these other foreign MREs, sometimes they'll have bags for leftovers. I think this is something you can actually have leftovers of, and maybe save for a little down the line, 2 hours later, 3 hours later, have more food to eat. You're gonna be in a very cold weather environment, most likely, so it's not gonna go bad. So it would be nice to have something you can store it in. I'm sure you could keep it inside of that bag. If you ate it out of the bag and didn't pour it out, you could just maybe wind up the bag with a rubber band or a Ranger band or something and be okay. But it is a lot of food, and it's quite good. It's a familiar Mountain House type flavor. It's got a little bit of that Asian inspiration to it. It's got some spiciness. It's very, very good from the standpoint of a meal. I'm gonna give the rice a 9. That's right, a 9. We're setting the bar very high early in these MREs. Look, the bottom line is I'm comparing this to a lot of the older stuff that I've eaten, the other MREs, and it's really good. I have a feeling that a lot of these cold weather Mountain House based MREs are gonna be very good. Speaking of very good was the Shortbread Cookies. We're gonna give those an 8. They're not anything special necessarily, but they're really good. They're just plain old shortbread cookies. If you like that kind of cookie, you'll like it. It's Christmas time right now when I'm filming this. I don't know when it's gonna come out, but it's Christmas time right now. We get a lot of cookies like this around the office, around the house, and they're just basic shortbread cookies. Very good, familiar flavor. Give them an 8. So just 3 things on the menu, really. The main meal and kind of 2 desserts. You got a snack with the fig bars. You do get 2 nice sized fig bars. So you could split that up, maybe eat one with dinner and one as a snack, but overall very, very good. So what are we gonna give the overall meal? You know, guys, it's very good. I don't know if a lot of the other MREs, cold weather, don't have as many items. I would have liked to have seen one more item. The meal itself was a solid 9. How can we not give the overall meal a 9? I would have liked to have seen one more item, but menu number 1, meal cold weather, Oriental chicken rice, gets a 9. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do me a favor, if you did, please hit that thumbs up down below. It helps spread things across YouTube. You'll also find down below linked a full playlist to all the MRE reviews that I've done here on the channel. This is number 25, I believe. I also did order the missing beef goulash, and it should be here pretty soon. So stay tuned for that missing menu 23, I think. I think it was 23. I think it was 23. So we will complete the current MRE menus as of today when we get that beef goulash. So like I said, hit the thumbs up button. If you are not subscribed, do me a favor, hit the subscription button. If you're here because you found the MRE videos and you're interested in those, maybe you should check out some of the other videos I do as well. Lots of great outdoor stuff, reviews, trips, things like that. Check it out. Lastly, if you want to be sure you never miss a video and my videos always pop up on your feed, hit that ding dong bell and you'll be the first to know. Can't tell you guys how much I appreciate the support here on the channel. It continues to grow and it's a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more MRE videos here on Paleo Hiker MD. Thanks for watching, guys.